Hi everyone, I'm Danielle from the UK. Today's presenter at the Spiritual, Physical, Emotional Cleansing Training is Dr. Santy Kit Ling Lee. She earned a PhD in clinical psychology at California University. She is an American clinical marriage and family therapist. She has also received certificates of nutrition from Toronto. You can find her talk from numbers 11 to 38 at her YouTube channel called Messianic Healing, talk 1 to 10 at House of Israel UK. Today's title of talk 39 is Brain Pollution by Chemicals Affecting Mind and Body. Let's welcome Dr. Santy Kit Ling Lee.
Hi everyone, I'm so glad that you see the group now. Okay, good. As mentioned before, that today is talk 39 on brain pollution. Okay, let's look at brain pollution by chemical. Mind and body connection. Mind and body work together. You are what you eat, what you think of you. Your mental energy and focus rely on the interacting brain cells. Optimal supply of nutrients for the body to work efficiently. Supplements also enhance functioning. Researchers prove high dosage of multivitamins boost up children's IQ. Right amount of phosphatidylate, steroid, improve age-related memory impairment. Minerals and supplements reduce hyperactivity and aggression. Zinc adds our body weight for those suffering from anorexia. Schizophrenia can be treated by vitamin B and C. Isn't good news? Psychotherapy works best in optimal minerals and nutrition nourished conditions. This combination yields better results than drugs without side effects. It aims at full potential for connection, intelligence, memory, emotional balance, and happiness. Let's look at gut-brain connection. Digestive system contains 100 million neurons to produce many neurotransmitters as the brain. The gut uses 2/3 of serotonin to cause pleasure. Gut-brain, they are together, they are in permanent connection. Right foods make you relax and make you pleasant. Wrong foods make you depressed and anxious. This is strong connection between gut and brain. So gut can be seen as second brain. Food, different type of food. Food, fast or slow releasing effect found in blood sugar level. It's called glycemic index, GI. Complex carbohydrates such as beans, vegetables, fiber in grains cause slow releasing food. It's called slow releasing food because they induce low GI, provide longer and energy and concentration. However, simple sugar found in white sugar, white rice cereal, refined grain, overcooked grains, white toast. You put the toast, you eat the toast. Well, you see that the white toast only the 90% of vitamins and minerals were removed. If you put the jam on the white toast, jams from sugar, add sugar into heavily splayed fruits, result in high glycemic index, so that you experience rapid burnout. Sugar substitutes such as aspartame, worsen our depression. For people with depression, I will stay away from this. Brain pollution. Let's look at different ways that our brain can be polluted, including chemicals, heavy metals, polluted foods. Polluted food include polluted grains or meats from heavily sprayed chemicals. Today, they have lab meat. Isn't it terrible? Dairy products from processed milk, etc. Artificial foods, artificial sugar, coloring, flavoring, preservatives, yeast. Yeast weaken our immunity. Let's look at food pollution. Polluted foods cause damage to our brain, resulting in mental and physical sicknesses. Polluted or indigested food by farm chemicals include glyphosate. You can find the information from what's in your lunch.ca. If you take the wrong the food that the food not fit for your blood type cause damage, or a lack of certain enzyme to digest food, to digest those food that not suitable for you, and the toxicity become toxicity, and the gut full of the overload toxicity break through. The toxicity break through your intestine lining. We call it leaky gut. The toxicity travels in the blood vessel and pass through blood-brain barrier in the brain, cause many mental or physical symptoms. The symptoms include memory loss, low impulse control, that means impulsivity, symptoms of schizophrenia, symptoms of developmental disorders, symptoms of behavioral disorders, personality disorder, learning disability, senility, lower immunity, even cancer. Isn't it terrible? Exposure to chemicals. A grand total of 570,380 pounds of chemical pollution were released into environment, food, and air in just 1 year. At least 20 years ago, every day we in our environment or intake of the wrong food, we absorb so much pounds of chemical every day. This figure only 20 years ago. Our body absorbs toxicity through environment, food supply with artificial preservatives, colorings, and flavoring I mentioned earlier, as well as artificial conditioners. Normal chemicals in our body, including sodium chloride, that is the salt, potassium, calcium, magnesium, etc. They are harmless, have no harm. However, the foreign chemicals from environment, including industrial or farm chemicals, they are harmful. Let's look at the intensity of harm if our body exposed to chemical. It depends on your inherited tendency, your genes. Depends on the loss of other allergy troublemakers, such as foods, pollutant, molds, etc. It depends on the low of chemicals you were exposed to, and it depends on your integrity of your immune system, depends on your own immune ability. Let's look at sources of chemicals. Foreign environmental, industrial, or farm chemicals, including the following. If you live on next to a busy street, you will absorb gasoline, diesel fumes, or when you go barbecue, you use coal, C-O-A-L, burning stove, you absorb the chemical. Garbage stream, and it produces odors. Cleaning products, detergent, soap, man-made chemical. Plastic dishes, oh, be careful, the packaging. Teflon, skillets, artificial cosmetic, including that deodorant, hair treatment, insecticide, weed killers, glass, metal, or shoe pollute, floor waxes, wax candles, car roofs, or road asphalt pavement. Oh, those people who work on the pavement industry, be careful. Furniture polishes. Look at our office supply: ink, carbon paper, typewriter stencils, marking pencil, even our clothes with dyes, disinfectants, chlorinated water, or bleach. Synthetic material, if those cannot allow our body skin breathe, including polyester. People go to work out wearing polyester, they sweat. Imagine the toxicity go back to the body. And even furniture was covered by the synthetic material. Let's look at the outgassing condition. Outgassing toxicity, rules of validity of a material discharge molecules into the air. Hard materials outgas less than soft materials. Natural substance outgas less than synthetic. See, Yahweh want us to use natural substance from him. Marble and stone are the least outgassing substance. Man-made materials, ceramic tile is the least volatile. Soft plastics and polyurethane film are the strongest outgassing substances, such as smoke, sprays, and perfume. If you stand next to a person who wears strong perfume, you will be the victim of her perfume. Let's look at the result of brain pollution by chemicals, environmental chemicals. I mentioned glyphosate, poisons, smoke, heavy metal weaken our immunity or neurological wiring, cause our body sicknesses. Those sicknesses include cancer, AIDS, fatigue, headache, depression, abdominal pain, fungus infections of skin and nail, virginities. Allergy is a big one, allergy. But bacterial or viral infections, MS, multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, arthritis, increased chemical susceptibility. Oh, be careful. Our body become weak, and then we absorb all those chemicals. Heavy metal pollutions plus malnutrition. You took the wrong food, or it cannot have enough nutrients. Induced mental malfunctioning. I mentioned at the food pollution section before. How can we solve the problem? Yahweh create this ideal world full of his creation. So he give us fruit and vegetable and leaves for us to take to maintain our optimal nutrition, to sustain our mental and physical health, and so we can use those for treatment. In our Bible, you can read Ezekiel 47, 6-12, Revelation 22, 1-2, confirm my statement. Yahweh desire us to use leaves and fruits, leaves for healing. Yahweh never intend to use man-made materials to maintain our health or treat our sicknesses. Oppositely, man-made products may cause harm if we apply inappropriately. Environmental chemicals lead to brain pollution, ending up in mental and physical deficiencies and illnesses are repeated many times. Therefore, we have to make effort to use natural resources to protect our brain, our body as much as we can. It helps us, the set-apart population, stay away from harm, but we have to all trust Father, give us hope, and give us creative solutions, such as making our own breathable material clothing, or grow our own produce, and try to be benefit to the faith community as much as we can. These are the suggestions, and I come up with this presentation by drawing the following references. Pastor Marcus, he gave sermon at a Christmas Day at 2021 plus January 1st and January 8th, 2022. He gave sermon on the series on pharmakia hasn't been discerned in the people of God Almighty. So listen to part 1, 2, 3. I draw material for this presentation from part 2 and 3. A book, a very important book by Crook on the East connections. The third book you familiarize with by Hobart, Optimal Nutrition for the Brain, for our mind. My first talk in emotional health affecting physical and spiritual health. You can listen to it from the website of House of Israel, UK. Then Michael Lyon, his book on healing the hyperactive brain is very resourceful book, especially for in the area of ADHD. When I study nutrition, this is my note, course note. The book produced by my school, the Institute of Holistic Nutrition, the Foundation's FN001 course note. And also glyphosate, resource from What's in Your Lunch.ca, September 2018. Okay, where I am in Toronto, but also I attend a House of Israel UK, and also in Toronto, I attend the congregation called Kehila Mayim Camp for Sabbath worship. You are welcome to join the spiritual, physical, and emotional cleansing training. In this month, August, I plan to launch our peer counseling training. Anyone want to join us, contact me. If you find my talk is helpful to you, I appreciate you send offering to me. You can use Western Union. Make sure put my first name, Santy KL, my last name Lee, L-E-E, my country, Canada. I live in Toronto, so the province is Ontario, O-N-T-A-R-I-O. If you live in Canada, you can e-transfer to me. And thank you for your offering, and may Yahweh reward you greatly. Okay, I finished my talk, and this is your time to ask questions, give me feedback. Wonderful to see. Oh, we have newcomer. So nice. Welcome. Oh, good. We can see people from Trinidad. Trinidad people. Yeah. So nice. You from Trinidad, right? Yeah. Okay. And Annalisa and her husband Stephen. We have people from UK, Stephen and Daniel, and also US and Austin too, from England, and also our faithful participant, Delore from USA. Good. I wish one day we have a Canadian participant too.
We do.
Yeah. Yeah, so I already mentioned to the leader in my congregation, so I hope they will join us in the future. Okay, now this is time for you to give me feedback and ask questions.
Yeah, I have something to contribute. I went to a holistic practitioner, and she did a test on me, on my nervous system, to find out if I was having a lot of issues with have chemical infiltration, for lack of a better word. And so, yes, I have, so she says, because I used Clorox, so I don't use Clorox anymore, so that's gone. I had aluminum in my system, which I was using aluminum all the time when I was baking potatoes or whatever. Aluminum is gone. It's no longer in my house. I did not have the aluminum that was in the baking powder, so I stopped that a long time ago. And I stopped using the deodorant that had aluminum in it a long time ago. So, so I have those things. I also have where I would get my clothes dry cleaned. I had that in my system as well from the fumes from the dry cleaning. And so so I don't get my clothes dry cleaned anymore. And then she told me that I would just have to leave my clothes. If I went and got my clothes, they have to stay outside for a couple of days before I would even bring them in the house, which I didn't know. Also, if you would go and buy clothes, and this would be like if you go and buy gym shoes or whatever your shoes you're buying, they need to off gas too outside before you even bring them in the house. And I would even suggest, that if you buy some gym shoes, if you could wash them prior to bringing them, prior to you putting them on, that would be good. But it's just an idea, because my body is so infected with these chemicals. And it was like I was saying, I just didn't feel good. I know I didn't feel good. I didn't know why. And we'd had this talk with Dr. Santy and changing my diet, and but I was still doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, and I just didn't know. So that's just to confirm that what Dr. Santy is saying really does affect it. We need to be mindful of everything that we bring in the house. So as far as my clothing is concerned, I'm trying diligently to switch over to organic cotton, and I can have linen, and there's one more that I can have that we should have. Just those two, but there's another one.
Bamboo.
Bamboo. Okay. And so, thank you. So yeah, it really, 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 truly makes a difference. And I just want to say kudos to you guys, Dr. Sandy, and everyone that's on the call today. Listen, it works. And so you got to protect your body, protect yourself. Just read the labels on everything. And if you can't pronounce it, don't use it. That's what she said. If you can't pronounce it, don't use it.
The golden rule.
And, huh?
The golden rule.
Yeah. But I tell you, I'm a living witness here, because I am really going through a lot right now. Just even though I went through the 100 days of detox, I don't have any mercury. I got all the fillings out of my head. So I didn't have any mercury or anything like that. But I'm just telling you, take care of yourself, because once your body gets so full of these chemicals, it takes a while to get it out. And also, the water system, we no longer use water that comes in plastic bottles. We no longer buy that. So we have filtration systems in the house, and then we use glass containers. And I'm getting rid of all of the other plastics that I have in the house that I used to store my food in. I am diligently trying to not store my food in anything other than glass. That's going to take a little bit, but I just decided I'd buy the glass jars that you can with, use those canning jars. And that's going to be really less expensive than trying to buy other things. So I just want to throw that out to you and give a good shout out to Sister Dr. Santy, and thank you.
Yes, I thought that I went through the material that you use at your house in the kitchen, didn't I?
Well, you probably did, but I didn't remember the aluminum foil. I didn't remember mentioning that I used it. Actually, I don't even remember that.
Okay,
but
yeah,
it's gone. It's gone.
Good.
It's gone.
I went
to stay off the bleach.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. None in the house.
Yeah, and also you use bamboo, or creatively use a material creatively. And also I contact a person, he produced hemp material, HEMP.
Yeah, okay. I knew there was another one besides that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for clothing, for for household material, HEMP or bamboo is good.
Yeah, I have some socks made from bamboo, and it's very soft, very comfortable.
Good.
If you like socks.
Yeah, if you like how to get hold of them, and then you can share the sources in the group so that we know how to get to those materials and also products. Okay. I'm so happy to introduce this talk. Today is the beginning of the series on our brain pollution.
Can I just start? Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask Sister Dolores, because I remember when she was talking about having her fillings removed and stuff, because I'm literally a metal Mickey. What was it replaced with, Sister Dolores?
I don't remember. I don't remember what the name of it was, but I went to a holistic dentist.
You're right.
Yeah,
okay.
And they did the kind of things that they require. They recommend and everything. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I can find out for you and get that information to you. I'll write it down.
Yeah, you can ask me to check your house. I can do that too.
Oh, I tell you, I tell you, it's a lot better. I mean, I'm just really happy that the light came on even after we had our discussion and everything, but the light came on, and my whole body is so toxic. It was just so toxic. And the only good part of my body was my lungs. But everything else is toxic, complete toxic. So I'm hoping that my good water and things would help me a lot. So
okay, regarding the container, I use a glass. The lid is not glass, but however is lock on tight, prevent become oxidized in our fridge. Okay, Try to use glass, use ceramic, use this material instead of plastic.
Yeah, I've got, like I said, I've got those jars downstairs, and thank you so much. I will do that. I'm not, this is just what I've used. So yeah, I can switch this over with no problem at all.
Good. Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Anyone want to ask question?
Yeah, I was going to ask about furniture. So would you recommend bamboo furniture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's easy to move around as well. It's light, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've actually found them to be really comfortable.
Yeah. Make sure the coating on the bamboo is not, artificial spray.
Yeah, because you can get them coloured and different things and what have you.
Yeah,
So.
I prefer the natural colour.
Yeah.
You can have slip covers made also. You need with the linen or the cotton.
Yes. Yes. Make sure anything touch your body from natural sources. Okay.
Now, the other thing I would like to ask is alternatives to using cleaning agents. One of the things I've heard it suggested lemon juice is very good as a cleanser.
With salt for mascara.
Yeah, as a scourer, you can use it cleaning your bath and etc. etc. Yeah, I've been doing that actually.
Okay, Austin, what did you say?
When you use because when my big girls were little, I was very, very thing about this, everything being natural. So I would squeeze lemon juice, and if there were stains on the countertop, I would sprinkle salt, and that would be the scourer, and I'd clean it up. And my brother used to come because he put my kitchen in for me, and he used to do the finger test, and he used to look at me and go, "You don't use this kitchen." So it's amazing how clean it can make everything. Plus, I used essential oils in the water for mopping and cleaning because, it's antibacterial, viral, and fungal. So I would do that. And I got to the point where I had a squeezy bottle. I would spray the floor and just mop with a dry mop, and it buffed it up. I would use water as well, just water, and do that. And people used to say to me, "How do you get your kitchen floor to be so shiny and so clean?" And they don't realize that when you use cleaners, you're supposed to actually wash them off. So you get this shine, and then you think, I've just cleaned it 5 minutes ago. Why does it look so dirty? Because you're getting a build-up of the cleaner on your floor. So I might use it once, but after that it was a spray bottle and just mopping it, literally getting it clean. So after that, anything that spilled, I would just spray. 2 seconds later, it was clean.
Yeah.
So that's another area that can be pretty awkward to deal with. You're using all these cleaners that give you a beautiful shine and this and that, but you're actually building up products. Okay. And the more you use them is the more you use them is the more you use them.
Even you consider vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar's good. We used to use vinegar for the windows.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that.
And even for surfaces, when I went with my daughters when they were little to Portugal, we used to go every year for 2 weeks. And the complex that I was staying at, we'd go out and the cleaners would come in, and I would come back in and I go, "Oh my God, what's happened? It stinks, it stinks. Why are they using vinegar?" And it was my dad that said to me, my stepdad, that was the old-fashioned way of cleaning. You would just
not only that, if someone has a flu, I burn vinegar and water, 1/3 vinegar and 2/3 water throughout the whole house. Okay.
Yeah. Natural sanitizer.
And into a glass pot. Okay. We have only 1 minute left. Can someone say a closing prayer? And Alyssa, can you say a closing prayer? Can I hear you?
No, we can't hear. She muted.
Oh, I think.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But you got feedback.
Please.
We have less than a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Father in heaven, we want to thank you for such a lovely session. Thank you for helping